Hello guys, welcome back to my channel and to another video. I am really excited to be bringing you guys this video. It's been a video I've been working on for what feels like ages, and equally I feel like the project that I work on in this video, I feel like I've been working on for such a long time and have been liaising and organising behind the scenes for such a long time. So I'm really happy to finally be able to bring this video to you guys. So sit back, get comfortable and come along with me for this exciting project. I'm going to be bringing you guys along with me in this vlog on a really exciting project. I'm collaborating with Annie Sloan Interiors, and they are basically, if you haven't heard of them, a paint company. They basically produce different lines of paint for the interior settings, so furniture, they have wall paint as well. They've got all sorts of stuff that they do, which is really exciting. I've sourced a old writing bureau, which is really beautiful. It needs a bit of a clean, so I'm going to bring you guys along with me to clean it as well, and then I'm going to be upcycling it with some of their chalk paints and using some of their brushes. So I'm going to show you guys the colours that they have given me, and then I will show you the bureau, which is in desperate need for some cleaning because yeah, it's very dusty. So this is the box that I was given. So I've got some paint brushes and things, and this is actually for waxing the furniture afterwards, so I'm going to be using this. This is going to be really useful for once I've finished the paint work. Let's look at the bigger tins first. We have chalk paint pure, so that's like a nice white. We have Oxford navy. We have Capri pink. Those of you that have been following me for a while will know that I use a lot of pink in my work, so Capri pink's going to be useful. We also have Furl, is that how you say that? Bit of a halfway between olive and lime. So this is going to be really great for like mixing and things, and I'm actually planning on using this colour as the base colour for the bureau. So, and then let's look at the smaller colours. We have English yellow, Giverny and Napoleonic blue. I thought that it would be really useful to have a variety of different shades of blue because I use a lot of blue in my work, and I thought the Oxford navy would be really good as a neutralizer because it's quite a neutral shade of blue. It's pretty versatile in that way. And then the Napoleonic blue is a bit closer, if it will focus, to an ultramarine or a royal blue, so this is going to be really great. And then the Giverny is like going to be good for those slightly more sort of cerulean tones, which is something that I am really looking forward to using because I really like that colour. They've also given me some of this clear chalk paint wax to apply to the furniture after I've finished painting, so that's going to be really useful as well. And from a previous test that I did on some old furniture, I have this Greek blue, which is a colour that they gave to me as well, just to kind of get a feel for the paint. So I actually have so much of this left. I use this is 1 litre, I believe. Is this 1 litre? Yes, so this is 1 litre of paint, and I have about half of it left, I'd say more than half, and I used it for 2 whole bedside tables, which is incredible. This stuff goes so far. So yeah, that is another colour that I have, Greek blue. So this is my Annie Sloan haul. So this is the bureau that I'm going to be painting. It's such a gorgeous piece of solid wood furniture. I love the little tassel details. I think they're just really cute. The little handles. And I just love the general shape of this piece of furniture. It's very beautiful. It does seem a bit of a shame to be painting over the wood, but it is really battered. It doesn't actually look that bad on camera, but in reality it's really battered and it just needs a new lease of life. So very excited to upcycle this piece. Before we get to the fun stuff, it needs a clean, so let's give it a clean. So I've just finished cleaning the bureau. I'm just going to wait for it to dry properly so the wood is all aired and everything before I lay the paint on. But yeah, it's nearly time to start painting. So before too long it was time to apply the base coat for the bureau. I decided to go with the colour Furl because I wanted to make a real impact with the background colour of the bureau. I wanted something zingy and bright and eye-catching, and this colour definitely provided in that department. I definitely wasn't disappointed. So I've just finished the first coat and I am just going to let that dry, and then I think I'm going to pick up and carry on next week because it's Friday today and I want to make sure that the base layer has a really good amount of time to dry before I start layering up. So yeah, I think I'm going to call it a day for today and then carry on next week. A few days later I applied a second coat. You only really need to do 2 coats with the Annie Sloan chalk paint because it is so opaque and high quality. The paint goes such a long way, as I said earlier on in the video, and yeah, it just makes working with the paint such a dream and so incredibly easy. So yeah, I just went in with a second coat. I did touch up a few areas after that, but there definitely wasn't a need to do a full third coat, and that was probably just me being a bit of a perfectionist, to be honest. So I would really say that you only need to do 2 coats with the Annie Sloan chalk paint. After I had given the bureau a second coat with the colour Furl, I then decided to mix Oxford Navy and Napoleonic Blue to make a lovely rich royal blue colour for the border of the drawers and also the inside of the bureau to add a pop and a bit of interest. And I thought it would be really fun to have the inside of the bureau painted a different colour to the outside. Soon enough, it was time to begin with the details. For the details, I really wanted to take inspiration from Oxford, seeing as Annie Sloan are a Oxford-based company, and obviously I'm based in Oxford as well. So I wanted to represent Oxford in some way. So I decided to take inspiration from the architecture in Oxford, some of the fun decorative elements that you see around the city, and I also took some inspiration from some of the tapestries featured in the Ashmolean Museum in Oxford. It was such a fun part, adding the details. It was probably the part of this project that took the longest, just because there were quite a few different colours that I used and had to mix, and quite a few small details as well. But I am really happy with how this step turned out, and I think that it really pops and brings the piece to life.
To sound, the one that's coming from your mouth. Don't mean to turn it upside down, I really wanna hear you out. I can't know how it is to be where you so calmly sit. When I'm further my own, there it is, catching only part of it. To just be, to really see something other than just me. To lean in, look around, open up to the sound. If I could give you more than half an ear, if I could give you more than half an hit the brakes, throw stones into a quiet lake. What is it you're really saying? I turn the thoughts to little waves, space on either side of every single word I write. I found you in another line. Notice all the time it takes to just be, to really see something other could give you more than half an ear. If I could give you more than half an ear.
I always say much more than any use. Never run out of space in much of the house. But the neighbours like it because they get easy and it gives you so much colour and ground cover from the middle of summer onwards. Trails along, filling bare earth and so helping to keep the moisture in. It climbs up pretty much an awful lot of seeds and they've built up in my soil over the years. So I don't really have to plant them. I just take out the ones I don't want. Which is to pretend which is actually make believe. And the fact that
after I'd worked on the details on the main section of the bureau, I moved on to adding some life to the drawers as well. I wanted those to be decorative as well as the main section and panel of wood on the bureau. So I added some more elements inspired by Oxford architecture and the tapestries that I've seen in the Ashmolean. So that's what you see me doing here. Definitely.
Emma Mountain is also the sort of countryside. With generally 2 or 3 years, I've seen that are really good, nice and steady. With own rails.
In much advance.
It takes a week to roads, garden lead, and that's what I'm about to join every plastic event. So when you've got a garden, it looks that we've made.
So I've finally finished painting the bureau. It's taken me such a long time, but I'm so happy with the results. I'm just going to let it dry, so I'll probably leave it to dry for I don't know, another maybe like 3 hours. I'm going to make sure that I open the window so that the room is well ventilated, and then I'm going to move on to waxing the piece, and it is finally going to be finished. I'm so happy, guys, with how this has turned out. I'm so chuffed, but it's taken me absolutely ages. So it is a while later, and the bureau and the drawers are dry. So I'm now going to move on to waxing and finishing off, which is super exciting. So the bureau is almost finished. I have completed waxing it, but I'm now working on some finishing touches. You may have remembered that the handles were little metal tassels, and I've decided to give them a little bit of an upcycle as well. So I haven't recorded the process of me painting these because it's taken quite a long time to get the coverage that I wanted. I did use the Annie Sloan chalk paint in the colour, well, it's white, but it's the colour's called Pure. But yeah, it took a while to cover it because the metal was so dark and obviously had a bit of a shine to it as well. I do have a few finishing touches to do on these. I need to give them another coat of the varnish that I'm using. It's clear sealer, and yeah, just gives it a protective coating. So this is what I'm using to finish them off. So I need to do another coat of that on the tassels. These bits are finished now, I just need to give the tassels another coat of the varnish. So this is the finished bureau. She's so cute. You guys may have noticed that I finished off the tassels, the handles, by just adding white on that central kind of hook or the screw that goes into the bracket. I tried doing it whilst the handles and screws were loose, but I found it really tricky and fiddly, so I decided to just finish that off when they were in situ and screwed in and everything. I'm just so happy with how this has turned out, guys. It's been so fun bringing you guys along for the process of this, and I'm just so pleased with how it turned out. I feel like it was definitely worth the time and energy that I put in, and I'm just so chuffed. It was such a long process to upcycle this bureau, and it was a real labour of love. So yeah, I really hope that that shows. There's actually more to come with regards to this collaboration that I'm doing with Annie Sloan, but I wanted to share the process of me upcycling the piece with you guys, despite the fact that the whole collaboration hasn't officially kind of launched and come out. But yeah, there's more exciting things to come with regards to the collaboration, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to my lovely patrons for supporting me over there. It really means the world. Like and subscribe if you aren't already, and I will see you guys very soon in my next video.